working on some other stuff on the craft side of my office. But I was like, I don't know. My hair never really held curls anyway. It was just really, my hair was always just like really soft, and it just don't hold curls like that. But yeah, just, I was like, let me try this for the days where like I don't want to sleep in rollers or flexi rods. Or, well, I don't do this. I do it for Zipporah. I roll Zipporah's hair with pipe cleaners. She had them really tight. So cute. Oh, I love it. But for days I don't want to be like that or whatever, you know, just have like rollers in my hair or whatever all day or all weekend or whatever. I was like, I can just get the curling on, just like bump the ends for a little something. Cause like, I also don't like straight hair. I hate straight hair. So I will say this. I think for what I want, I will probably go back to find like a really big barrel like I used to have in high school, like we talked about in like 2 episodes ago or whatever, like a really big barrel curling iron for what I want. Because I want a bump. I don't really need like tight curls. But yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. What else did I do to make myself happy? Oh, last night Larry went to the corner store and he was like, you want something back from the store? And normally I'm just like, no, because I don't really want anything. Because I'm like, I always just, because whatever my little sweet treat is always wine. But I'm not drinking, well, I'm not saying I'm not drinking wine right now. I'm just not, I just don't have any in the house. I'm just not drinking it. And so I was like, yeah, bring me back something a little sweet. And I've never been a bring me back a little something sweet. Bring me something sweet. Never been that person. But I was like, I want a chocolate zinger. Side note, my period must be about to drop sometime soon. Because like, why do I want stuff that's salty? And
it dropped like an album.
Salty, like specifically McDonald's salty French fries. Last time the craving for that was real, I was pregnant. So every time I'd be like, "Ooh, I want some fries," I'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like squeezing my boobs, checking my calendar, because I'm just like, why do I want salty fries? Why do I want a double cheeseburger? And not just I want it. Like, I want it. I need this. But anyway, but yeah, my period has got to be coming, because why else would I send Larry to the store for some chocolate zingers? And I ate them things in like
zingers.
Yes.
Ugh.
A chocolate.
Maybe, I don't know. In my adult mind is when I was little, you can't stop me from eating raspberries.
Let me tell you something else. Okay, so we might as well go ahead and move into what has your head in the clouds, because this is something that did have my head in the clouds. Back it up. Something else I did to make myself happy. So the lipsticks that I have, they are matte ink super. I think it's CoverGirl. The thing they didn't rubbed off. But anyway, I bought these because I have to have. No, these are Maybelline. I wear lip all the time. All the time. So when I'm in the operatory and I have my mask on, operatory, for those who don't know, I'm a dental assistant. So whenever I'm in the operatories and ready to go to work on somebody's mouth, we have our mask on. Like, I still would like reapply whatever, but I was like, I want a color and I want it to stay. And so I found these and they work. They work for the most part. They do what needs to be done. You know, you still gonna get a little smudge on the bottom of your chin and things like that, but like they do what I need it to do for the most part.
Oh yeah, so, I want to share these things too, because they're right here and we're sharing lips. So I got the Summer Friday. You cannot see because it's, why would I put it off camera? I got the Summer Friday lip butter balm and brown sugar, which is awesome for people with melanin.
Summer fried egg?
Summer Friday, like Friday.
Oh, Friday.
I think I'm just country.
Ew. Yeah, you are.
You know, I don't notice how country I am until I'm like talking, like when I be on like in the metaverse, like playing games and stuff with other people, and I'm like, oh no, I can't believe, and I was like, oh my god, that's what I sound like to me.
And you know what? Let me tell you this. I always hear how country you are when I'm editing the show. And one thing that, and it's like you always be talking about now how you just be getting on me for me being like, why am I so gay? Or people think I'm gay. So like how you be like, oh my gosh, like country this, and I just, oh Lord, just so country, and I just can't be country, and da 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 da. You
country.
But on some level, sometimes you'll be like, you country, but you try to deny it. But there are times when I'm editing the show and I'm like, ma'am, you cannot. When we was talking a couple episodes ago, I was talking about them kids that was washing cars across the street, and you was like, they was listening to some Hall & Oates when I pulled up, and I was like, but I only heard it like when I edited.
A bag of fresh,
and I was like, oh my God, K'Shana. For her to be like, I'm country, but I don't really think I'm that country. I feel like, like you be trying to deny how country you really are.
It's bad with that. And then my partner is from Chicago, and not like, but like I'm from Chicago too, but like I'm from Chicago and like was in Louisiana for a long ass time. So you hear that? Long ass time.
Long ass time.
So it's like sometimes people like they can hear that it's different, but he like, oh, that is what? No, you are a blade of hay. You are a walking Mardi Gras. You are you are a farm. Like, what is this? Y'all raise chickens. You don't never wear shoes, man.
Girl, yeah. Like, it plays on repeat in my head. And not only because the other thing is like I'm on our TikTok all the time. Like I edit and I cut everything down for TikTok and stuff. So I'm always hearing our clips and stuff. But that one about Hall & Oates, girl.
I know. And it's worse at times than it is other.
Because baby, you was like, they was listening
to on like what I'm talking about and how deep into the conversation I get. And like the more relaxed I am, the more country. The more country. But the other thing was, shout out to Black Business.
That's what it is.
Topical. So I got the Summer Fridays, right? Which is dope. The color is dope. The texture is dope. All of it is dope. Very mild.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Topicals. You wear this before you go to sleep. You can use it as a lip mask. This is the slick salve, or you can put it on top of stuff. They're both glosses, but this is more of a treatment than anything else. This don't come off your lips. This is just clear, but it does, and it doesn't come off of your lips. It's not gonna come off. Like it is not.
Look, you see me trying to see.
You can wear this to the gym, not like whatever. It's lip gloss, but it's really for like if you got super chapped lips. It's not like I'm saying lip gloss. It looks like a lip gloss. It gives you the glossiness of that, but it's a treatment. It's actually going to hydrate it. Unlike lip gloss, it's just gonna sit on there. It's gonna be cute. This is for a reason. The other part is the bonus, but this is like an actual. So like I could see in the wintertime this being this topical slick salve being the bee's knees. And you go to sleep and wake up and it's still on there. I mean, like, no, it's better than that.
So we just like, not put Vaseline
on or Aquaphor and you wake up and it's gone. This is still there. Still there. It is. Get it. So like how you were just saying you like to put gloss and things on top of your mats sometimes because you just like the way it looks. Ain't going nowhere. That's nuts. I've never had anything that was gloss that was like that. And it might, I ain't gonna say it's like no transfer,
like it's not gonna rub off.
I wake up and it still be there. I wake up and it's, like it's still be there. Like I don't know. Yeah, like you can go both of these are at Sephora. You can go
I need some of that.
Order them off the internet. Gotta go. It's a Sephora there.
I don't be in the makeup aisles like that.
And Kohl's.
But I just don't be girl, I go to work, I go to Walmart, and I go to daycare. Like those are the places I go. So K'Shana, what has had your head?
Yeah, y'all know we haven't recorded in a long ass time. And that has been like I needed a little time. So yeah. Grief. Yeah. Her birthday was July the 5th. And that was like the lead up to that was like bonkers. And like everything around it was bonkers. So
I always had extreme, I don't know if it was grief or anger or both, but in the summertime, with my dad because he didn't pass in the summertime, but with Father's Day, and I'm sure like you might can relate to this, like when you know a day is coming up, and so you're just like kind of waiting on it or whatever.
Yeah. So it was a little relieving. I mean, it's all a part of the process, but like we went to her graveside and, you know, we did the flowers and things and I lit incense and all that jazz and just did stuff to commemorate her birthday.
Right.
It was just a lot. Fortunately, I got to spend a lot of time with my brother, though, so that was a good thing.
Yeah, y'all was like booed up, and I say that loving.
Yeah, so anytime I have like family time or like, you know, because he lives in a whole different state or whatever, and also we don't really get to see him like that. He's still in Alabama, so it was his first time getting a chance to meet his nephew in person.
Yeah.
Well, we spend a lot of time. Anytime it's like stuff like that, I kind of like I can focus on my people.
Yeah. Because like you texted me and like it's so polite and I totally appreciate this. And I don't think I realized you were going through grief, but I just you know you a new mom and you still, I mean, that adjustment will forever be adjusting. So I'm just like, if I don't hear from you, I'm just like, she probably doing mom stuff or she just got shit going on. Like she'll pop back up or I'll text you, know what I'm saying?
I do want to check in because, you know, or at least let people give a status update, I guess.
Yeah. You text me and was just like, yeah, I got this going on and I was just like, girl, it ain't no problem. Ditto. But except for grief with mom, I got this and this.
Yeah.
And that was meant to be like, I get it. It wasn't to like, you know, and I know I don't have to say this to you, but
don't worry
I'm
about
saying
it
wasn't to be like, oh,
you're not by yourself.
I got this. It was just like, girl, don't even worry about it because ditto. We're just gonna switch this out for this, and that's me. And then like with your brother, you texted me and was like, yeah, Jason's in town. We just really spending cool.
That is so cute. What is that? I like that. Is it a guitar pick on the other side? Oh, it's a heart. Okay.
It's on my
I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to let them in because they don't know what we're talking about.
So okay, it's now a running joke with me. Now as in like maybe 2 hours ago, maybe. That or yesterday. No, it was last night. Yeah, but it was last night that it came to a head. But
was
like
that last year
I was talking about
what episode was that?
Pride sandals I got from Target. It's just a big stack of rainbow platform sandals. Anyway, and I was just like, oh yeah, y'all, you know, like I never touched at the time. Like people like think I'm gay. I'm just like, where did I get this from? I have no idea. Okay, so and I'm not upset about it. That doesn't bother me. It's just like
she just was genuinely like, I don't know why
throwing out mixed signals or something. I don't know. I just must give a vibe because like a lot of people be thinking I'm gay, and I'm like, I don't even know where to get that from. Girl, if you go back and look at that clip on TikTok, I got an undercut and it's faded on the side.
So this is what we was talking about yesterday. So I was telling her like, yo, it's not necessarily the undercut because everybody be having undercuts. When I found out that she be getting tapered on the side, I said, that's it. What do you want? Because an undercut is an undercut, right? You get tapered.
I get a septum
is a septum, right?
I get a line.
You used to wear the septums, and then you had taper on the sides and the undercut, and everything you owned was rainbow. Also, hindsight is 2020, I swear, because in every Zoom meeting, Erin had a pride frame. Which again, there's nothing wrong with it or anything like that. Nobody is saying that. What I'm talking about is her being like, I don't know why anyone would that.
Look, and if you are a Patreon member, you can see what I'm about to show you. But on Zoom, you can go and do like the filters. And for the Patreon viewers, you can see I have the pride flag around my face on Zoom. It's pretty.
The inclusive pride flag with the brown and the pink and baby blue and white
and the black.
And the black.
It's pretty.
It is. And it's pride and it's great. You're a great ally. That's wonderful. My thing is you do things. And I don't know why anybody would think that. Hey, just give me a little fake. Come on, just taper right here.
Right. Okay. So look, but that is okay. But that may be like now. But like you know what? I was gonna say in college, but so in college I had the short perm cut, like how Monica used to rock her hair, and that's where my love of like taper phase and like lines and stuff came from. And so I would get that. But anyway, but like that doesn't explain, like I'm trying to think about how it was back in college, because I don't think I gave off that anyway. But even when I had grew my hair out natural and I had it froed and stuff, like I still got a line, because like at this point, like I just, because of how I used to wear my hair before, like I just like a clean cut. I like a nice line and whatnot. And even like when I start, I'm gonna go back to the barber. I'm not gonna get an undercut anymore, but like I'm gonna get my hair lined up, even with dreadlocks, because I don't like, once again, for those that are like on Patreon, you can see I don't like this. Like I like a nice, this is what I used to say to my barber. Ice Mike, and from back in the gap, and then my barber Brandon that did my undercuts. Like when I would say I want a line, they'd be like, you want me to do the front? I'm like, no, don't touch the front. Like leave the front, my forehead line, leave that natural. But as soon as you get to that temple, hard cut. Like I'm not saying I want to look like Genuine, but I want like
the Drake 5 gum hairline.
Right, like I want a hard line, but a soft Genuine, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. So what's my baby doing over there? I see him. I see his little hand. But it's like
equivalent of like I got on this Purple Rain t-shirt and I'm like, I don't know why anyone would think I was a Prince fan. What?
Shut up, bitch. Anyway,
I don't know what about yesterday, but it didn't click.
Because you didn't know I had a line. I was telling you how Larry was always talking about my undercuts and stuff. And I was like, that's why I went out and grew it out, because I just got tired of hearing him. And I was like, and you were like, yeah, girl, you know, it's not like you get like a line or a tip. And I was like, yeah, I did. And he was like, wait a minute, what? You got lines? Yeah, I got lines. I would like get it like faded in the back. Bitch, that's why people think you are gay.
That's it. That'll do it.
And I would tell Ice Mike and Brandon, my two barbers, I'll be like,
on the spectrum in some sort of way. Not even necessarily like a hard gay, but it was something.
And I would say that. I'm like, and I would say like, I want to be like, well, give me like a soft stud or something. Like, I don't want to be like gay, but like, I like keep my forehead natural. I don't want a hard line, because I straight up do. But like this temple on back, nigga. And I would say that. And then look, okay, so like I told you yesterday, but I'm gonna share it with all the daydreamers. So like I was telling my girlfriend Sharice probably something about like my undercuts and stuff like that, and the whole little, me and Larry have had back and forth about my cut for years, because I'm always thinking like he's just being critical, because it's just like some nigga shit, like it's some other, you know, like some other nigga doing my girl hair or whatever, you know, cutting her hair. So he's just gonna be like extra critical, because like dudes are silly and petty at times. Okay, so I'm just always like, he just be extra critical, but I'm just tired of hearing or whatever. I'm just and he did tell me like about getting not the part in between my forehead and temple, that part. He was like, be careful with them taking that out, because I used to have them take this down too. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Was fun
though. But anyway, Larry was like, be careful with that, because you know, you see how men with dreadlocks, and like all of a sudden like they dreads be like starting at the middle of their head, and that's because they would have their barber like take too much hair off, peach fuzz off the top or whatever. And so I was like,
it's their barbers making the mistake, because I guarantee you ain't nobody going in and say, push my shit back, son.
Yeah, nobody's doing it. So I was like, oh, is that what you mean? He was like, yeah. Like, okay, well then like I stopped doing something, because I was like, oh, well, it looked, whatever I was getting done, I was like, oh, that looks good to me. Like I like that. I like, you know. And he was like, your hair gonna start looking like this. But then like he used to be like, I felt like nitpicking on other stuff, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and just grow my undercut out. I was telling Sharice something about my line or whatever, and or something. And I told her how Larry was like, okay, you're gonna be walking around here looking like a stud. And I was like, and I didn't say anything to Larry back, but I was telling Sharice, like, he's talking about me looking like a stud if I get my hair done this type of way. But shoot, they be looking fly though. And she was like, but Erin, he don't want his wife to look like that. And I was like, oh, I get it. Because I would have been like, man, this shit fly. Deal with it.
Studs be fine.
Oh, yes.
Studs be fine. Yes. Fine. Like, fine.
They be fly.
Studs be fine. Studs be fine to everybody. Like, them kind of studs. They be fine too. Dudes, edge, they just be fine.
Yeah. But yeah, Sharice was just like, but I was like, yeah, girl, like studs, when they get their hair cut like this, like that should be looking fly to me though. Like, I like it. And she was like, right. But he does not want his wife to look like that. And I was like, oh, you got a point, girl. So anyway, that's long story short, that's what got my head in the clouds, is that it finally dawned to K'Shana why some people now in this day and age think I'm gay. And when she said that, I was like, oh, it's not the platform rainbow sandals. Although it could slightly be, but it's my demeanor. It's this. And sometimes I'll just be like posted up in the cut, and then I'll be watching chicks because chicks are bad.
And it's more than that. Like, okay, let's get this straight. Just like blackness, just like blackness is not a checklist of things.
No, it's not.
And the same way, sexuality, whatever it is that you identify with or don't, is not a checklist of things. But there are stereotypical things.
There are.
So that's not what we're saying. And the same way, in order to be black, you don't have to do A, B, C, subsection 3 in the code of blackness. You don't have to appear, you don't have to have a certain appearance or whatever. But then also we're talking about masculine presenting. We're not even talking about like just gay. All this stuff is like masculine.
We're not talking about lipstick
and not even necessarily sexual orientation. It's just a stereotype of a sector of a certain sexual orientation. Now, another stereotype of a sector of that same sexual orientation is all the earthiness and the colors and the foot and the artist looking. You didn't know that either? Oh, yes. Yeah. There's also that.
I didn't know that was a gay stereotype.
Yeah. There's a lot of different cultures.
I hit all the stereotype boxes then.
In the same way of like again, like I'm saying, blackness. There's a lot of sections of blackness, right? There's a lot of different types of black people. Like, and we just talk about aesthetics, not even like belief systems and whatnot. Just aesthetic wise. Like, there's just a lot, and it goes the same for sexual orientation and even gender identification and things like that. There's a lot. There are subsections in everything.
There are, but I didn't. Look.
And you also another thing from a different subsection of that same sexual orientation. You wear a lot of Birkenstocks, girl. Like, not Birkenstocks, Doc Martens. You wear a lot of Doc Martens.
I do.
Yeah, now that's usually associated with Caucasian people in that sexual orientation, but still it's under that nonetheless. A lot of Doc Martens. Lots of Doc Martens. Yeah. Yeah. If you wear Doc Martens, you probably got some Birkenstocks. You wear look at you. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of
Birkenstocks, but
it's not just the type.
I do want Birkenstocks though. I haven't bought any yet. But like I have Birkenstock-ish type shoes.
But you wear the Tias all the time.
But I got Tias. But I do want Birkenstocks. Like I want Birkenstocks.
And Erin is the type to wear them with everything. Erin will put on a dress and some Doc Martens. I said Erin will put on a dress and some Doc Martens. You see what I'm saying? It's the way.
I also think that I give free spirited. I mean, I say that. I don't really feel like I'm a free spirit. I just say that. But I will say that I'm go with the flow. I won't really say I'm a free spirit, but I just say that because other people say that. Anyway, but I think the fact that I do just kind of go with the flow, and I will just throw on the docs and a dress and one of these fabulous headpieces on my head and just roll. And then like when I talk, like when I talk to people, I'm like very like right here in their face with it. And I'm just like, I don't know. But anyway, I can see that all that stuff now. I didn't see it before. But honestly, on the cool, I was not aware of the subcategory stereotype of the artist flowy.
I think it's like something that you may just not have thought about it. Like, you know, it exists, but it's not something that you think about. Because everybody has.
No, it's not.
Like I said, like with Black people, you got the earthy Black girls, like, you know what I mean. Then you got like the grungy Black girls. You got we are everything.
Yeah, yeah.
We're everything, and that goes for in other areas too. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot of different ways, and then also there's no one way, and there's no wrong way or right way.
But yeah, it was funny because K'Shana was like, Erin, do not ever in your life ever again say why you do not understand why people think you're gay.
They do got like this running joke of like the gay starter pack or like the bisexual starter pack. Septum.
But I can take mine off. It's clip on.
Industrial. Weird piercing. Weird ear piercings.
No, that's K'Shana. K'Shana, you're two for two at this point. I'm
the wrong frames.
Right here.
Yeah, you know.
And look at my chain. It's crystals, but it's rainbow.
With an evil eye on it. No, it's a hamster.
With an evil eye.
It's a hamster and an evil eye. And what do you know? The pride flag and beads.
Well, it's
yeah, because it is.
It's crystals.
I know it's chakra, but it's gay chakras. I'm just I'm joking. It's chakras. But even still, chakras. Like it just
I didn't know chakras was a stereotype thing. I really don't even know much about the chakras and whatnot. I mean, I like it and it's interesting, but I don't know about it. Can we have a show on that? Can you educate me? Because I don't know about none of that stuff.
The chakras? Okay.
All that stuff. We have a show. And bring Tyron, because isn't that right up her alley?
Honestly, let's just I think we should have a show. I'm excited because we should have a show with Tyra. I'm gonna see her Friday.
Because she's been on the show before. It's been a long time though.
Yeah, we need to bring her back so she can talk about her coaching and how it can benefit and whatnot. Like she's dope.
Because let me tell y'all heard Tyra before. It's just been years ago, but her and K'Shana are those chakra crystal-y chicks. I just look like I'm one of them chicks.
Crystals. Like she wraps them and sells them.
She does, and I bought some. And I don't know, I only have one, and I still have your quartz bracelet that you let me borrow one day, and now it's mine.
I said you can. Yeah, is that that's selenite? Let me see. Is it? No, that's quartz. That's quartz. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
That wraps up another show. Thank you for listening to A Daydreamers Podcast. Follow us on all the socials at Love Erin AD, at KHD Studios, and A Daydreamers Podcast. Rate us and leave us a review, but only if it's a good one. That's the only way Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other platforms know just how fabulous we are. Also, subscribe to our Patreon. Subscriptions start at $5, and the proceeds go towards keeping the podcast alive. When you subscribe, you get access to visuals and video recordings of our episodes, sneak peeks, and early access to our individual and private works. See you next time. Bye.